making his way toward and now into the studio. Hello, TJ Dillashaw.
What's going on?
And Josh Aldridge, the world famous. How's it going?
What's going on, brother?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Welcome back.
Yeah, good to see you.
There it is.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a belt.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, don't hold your pants up, that's for sure.
No. So, lots to talk about with TJ Dillashaw. I didn't think you were going to win.
Oh,
Yep, but
that's what you get.
I
hope you lost lots of money.
No, I don't. I don't gamble because I think I might be the worst predictor of any. I just know that every time, because I usually go with no actual mathematic on how you would win or how you would lose. I just go on, I like him, think he's gonna win, so I don't really have, or he's really old and it would be cool if he won. So so my theories are never good ones.
Yeah.
So that's why I would never put money on it. But I did feel from interviews that I was like, oh, you were hurt? I didn't know that. Okay, maybe you'll do better. And then watching the fight, I really thought, I thought that I would expect more from him when it came to throwing two right hands like that. Because even I saw that, I was like, wow, I get like one and then another one. It was sort of like you got lucky with the first one that missed, because I could tell he'd drop his left hand and he really just didn't have any respect for you at all. I mean, if you it looked like he thought he was gonna big brother you and just
if you watch a lot
mow
of his fights,
you down.
That's how he fights. He fights that way. You know, he can get away with it because he's fast. He's very athletic. He's a dangerous guy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know, but he has technical problems. He drops his left hand. Oh, he drops both his hands. Both his hands are at his shoulders. That's why he's acceptable for kicks. But I knew that he thought I was gonna come out and try to kick a lot this time. So I changed it up. I worked a lot of my boxing this fight camp, and I wanted to sit in the pocket and I wanted to set my feet down and let him try to rush me instead of being the other way around and take advantage of his technical problems.
Yeah, look, you made it look easy. It was a little bit of to me, I was like, oh my god, because I felt like he was rocked from the get-go.
Yeah.
In the first exchange, and you knew it, and he knew it,
Yep.
and he was trying to recover. And I could tell he was trying to jump up and down, try to get his legs about him, but he never got him back.
No.
And then, it was just weird to see. I mean, you really just out-techniqued him. You had a game plan, and I think his one was like, I'm just going to smash this fucker this time.
He was different. He came out a different fighter. He started throwing kicks. Started being a little bit longer range. You know, He didn't usually throw kicks, and he was a little bit different.
So you noticed that straight away, obviously?
Yeah. They definitely changed up their game plan a little bit, but he still got that deep problem. You know, like it's a bad habit you can't really fix. I mean, you can, but it's gonna take a while. You know,
right.
And I think he got pushed into a rematch too fast. You know, I think the UFC put too much behind him. He believed in himself a little bit too much. I don't think he's as good as everyone else thinks he is.
See, you were against that rematch at first.
Well, he didn't deserve it.
Right, do you feel like you were a little bit more saying that he didn't deserve that because you knew that would be annoying to him because of the rivalry you have with each other, like kind of trying to piss him off by saying he doesn't deserve the rematch?
Well, he didn't deserve it.
Who else would have? Because Dom was hurt, right?
Yeah, but Dom doesn't deserve it either.
Why would Dom not? He's the winningest guy of your weight class.
Nah.
He's not the winningest guy of your weight class?
I have more finishes than he has wins.
But he has the most title defenses in the history of your weight class.
I have more finishes than he has wins in the UFC.
But if he's had the most title defenses, I'm crediting, yes, you do.
Yes.
And that is, and you're the champ
as
well.
And he hasn't fought in 2 years since he lost his belt.
Right, but you're not.
When I lost my belt, I fought 2 number 1 contenders, and it took me 2 years to get my belt back. The way the sport should be ran.
Yeah,
I want him to win. I want him to win because
the sport has changed now, TJ. You know that. I mean, you're part of the problem. You want to fight. Everybody wants to fight somebody in another weight class or in another fucking boxing league.
Of course.
My next thing with this that Javante guy.
Davis, yes.
Why does everybody have to make you go there? I've had enough of that shit.
No, he said he wanted to fight. He wanted to fight me in MMA.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
That's what he said.
I mean, he didn't really mean that.
That's what he said.
But now it's turning into a boxing thing, right?
I can care less.
I just noticed that you're on TV this morning with what's his name that wants to fight you. He wants a super fight.
Cejudo.
Cejudo wants a super fight. Yes. So you're meeting him saying, yeah, sure, I'll fight you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then you're on Twitter going, dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. All day, non-stop.
That's perfect.
I'm just trying to tell you one thing about Dominic Cruz, and I can't even get it out to your fucking face.
Because I don't want to hear it.
But why? That's
because I've already heard about it, and look.
Okay, so you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well then
He should have gave me a rematch right away, and I didn't fucking get mine because he's scared to fight me. That bitch needs to work his way back and fight someone.
Did he say he didn't want to give you a rematch?
He wouldn't. He wouldn't even entertain the fact. I bet him $100,000 to try to give me a rematch.
What about Dana and all those guys? How do they not say... Because I figured in the end, seemed to me like you guys don't really get to pick. They just go, no, man, this is the money fight. Fuck you, you're fighting him. Or am I wrong?
There's a little bit of push and shove there, a little bit.
What would you say the percentages of you getting the call and UFC getting the call?
You got to realize your power a little bit more when you have the belt. And the first time I didn't realize that. You have a little bit more say when you do have the belt. I don't know percentage-wise, but, you play the cards right.
So, for you, because I feel like... And I justify everybody that wants to have a money fight.
Of course.
It's a bunch of money versus less, and you're fucking smashing your face on people for a living. But am I going to be 80 and I'm going to be live at the UFC doing another belt defense? No.
No, hell no.
So you're making the most of it.
Yeah.
And everybody, the Cejudo with the whole, as soon as he wins, he wants to go up and fight you. I'm like... fucking...
Look, it works itself out perfectly. I go down, I smash Cejudo, I take his belt. Dominic Cruz fights Marlon Moraes. I hope he wins so that I can beat him.
So you do think that so you're saying one more fight and then he deserves to fight you?
Yeah, go out there and beat Marlon Moraes.
Okay.
Go out there and beat a guy that's... Okay, so look, I've been fighting for 2 years while he's been sitting on the shelf saying he's hurt. And now
you're saying he's not hurt.
Who knows? And now,
really,
just listen.
I mean, no, I don't have to listen to you either if you're going to be like that. Because I know the guy personally, just like I know you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I don't fucking answer to anybody either, dude. Like I'm not gonna kiss his ass or your ass.
I'm not saying.
I'm just telling you facts that when a guy's got a fucking broken arm, he's hurt.
Okay.
So I've seen the guy with like actual injuries.
He wants to pass out Murderer's Row for 2 years while I'm fighting, and then all of a sudden I'm looking for a contender. He's like, "Oh, hey, I'm ready." No,
I mean, passing on Murderer's Row and being hurt.
Rivera,
I mean, he has had.
Guys fighting and being
he's
active.
The most unlucky hurt person in the MMA world, so he has been a hurt guy.
Yeah, he has been.
But I do hear your argument on he should have another fight before he gets you.
Yes.
I think that's a valid argument, TJ. You fucking fire pants. I don't want to fucking fight you. You know that, right? Like as much as I would get people follow me on Twitter. I don't fucking want to fight you, dude. I'm just interviewing you about everybody. And the weirdest thing is I'm fucking friends with everybody who's almost had the belt or had the belt in your weight class.
Yeah.
Everybody else in MMA doesn't give a fuck about me. Everybody little has befriended me in a way where I'm like, I met you were so nice to me in Austin, and I'm like, that dude forever is cool, and I love that guy. Uriah, after I was like absolutely positive that dude sucked balls, was the nicest guy to me, and I fucking liked it. Fucking fought me for 1 minute at Ellis Mania. I'm like, you're the nicest guy ever, dude. You didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
And then
he came out in his jeans and everything.
Yeah,
right?
the baseball cap on. And then Dominic Cruz, who has always been friends with me, and then there was some girl shit that me and him went through where I was like, okay, this dude is the real deal, because I knew from that discussion that was where I was like, okay, he's the real deal. And then he helped me with my MMA fight to the point where he's like, come stay at my house and fucking...
Hell yeah.
He trained me, dude, and he got me ready for that fight. And at one point he was like, do you need me to come and corner you? And I'm like, what the fuck is...
That's pretty cool.
So I love all of them, and I love you. I remember you tried to make me dance when I was super drunk. I didn't want to dance, and he picked me up and made me dance. This is a great guy we're talking about here. All the snakes and Cody. Cody's been the sweetest dude to me ever as well.
Yeah,
everybody's
about it wasn't his.
I see the nice side of everything because I'm not your opponent,
for sure.
And you've all got sweetheart sides. All of them do, and they've obviously got really big asshole sides because. You guys, you will not stop. Once it goes, I feel like you have become the champ. I feel like at one point, I remember maybe you shouldn't talk. You're annoying, more annoying than Cody. You got a mouth of the South. Then you got boxing dudes on blast. You're on fire. You're on fucking morning TV. Like, fuck, I'll fight you too, little guy. I'll take everybody's belt. What's that, boxer guy? I'll fucking smash you. I'm like, man, because I get anxious when people don't like me and I want to fight them. You're like.
You got to get
every day.
If you want to be the champ, you're gonna have a target on your back.
Right.
You got to. I mean, and it's a great position to be in. If you have, it'd be better than no one wanting to fight you and being the boring guy.
Right. So now you're empowered by it. Really, you have to.
Yeah.
It's that or you're out, right?
Yeah, man. You got to run with it. Same way as like when you get nervous for a fight, you either can be scared out of your mind when you walk out, or you can enjoy that shit and know that you're alive because of it. And at first, when I first started fighting. I was scared out of my mind to fight. Like I didn't want to. I was nervous to walk out. Like God, man, it sucks. Like why am I doing this shit? You know.
Yeah.
Until I finally got confident and just like this shit's amazing.
Right.
Like I get to walk out, I get to show up in front of everyone, smile on your face, like soak this up. Like people would pay money to be able to have this feeling.
That's when you're in the. That's
when you're in the zone.
Right.
You
That's
know?
your
And
life.
So you gotta
What
learn.
turned the corner on that? Because I'm under the impression that there's some people, some really big name people, who never get past that. They fucking they fight. And they go, "That's awesome. Give me another fight." And then when fight night comes, they're like, "Why the fuck do I do this to myself?" And that's just their whole entire career. And they still deliver under pressure.
Yeah.
How do you think you were able to turn that corner?
I had a little help with a buddy, Justin Buckles. He's always been my corner man when I was at Alpha Male. And when one of my fights, it was Mike Easton I was going out for. He's like, he kind of just like resonated with me, kind of like, do you know how many people would pay to be able to walk out in a UFC event, a sold out Atlanta, like fight in front of all these people? They're like, you're living the dream, like you need to soak this shit up and do it, you know? And that just kind of, for whatever reason, that time and there just kind of hit home with me. And from that fight, I've just been a different fighter. I mean, obviously I was more confident with my stand-up because of Dwayne and all my skills in general, but just for whatever reason, that just really hit home with me, and it made me just look at it in a different way.
That's fucking smart, man.
Yeah.
As I was just before you got here, people were talking to why I do Ellis Mania and why I'd be so old and fight people and stuff. And
well, you're obviously an adrenaline junkie. I mean, look at your crazy skateboarding you're doing and all the crazy stuff you do. I mean, it keeps you alive, you know.
Yeah, no, because I felt like I was kind of happy. I was getting a little contentious, smoking bong rips and getting fat and having cupcakes, and then and I was bragging about it, and then all of a sudden I got thrown into this boxing fight with Carl Kingsbury, which I can relate with you so much when I see this chitter chatter about boxers fighting MMA guys, because I'm in the middle of fighting a MMA guy who's by far faster, stronger, better at everything.
He's a giant.
But he's an MMA guy,
Yeah.
and I have just been at the boxing gym a little bit more than him.
Yeah.
So, and being old and not having any of his credibilities, I am almost even with him because of how bad